Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. I've really struggled to get back into YouTube and into filming, so I thought I would ease myself into things today with a favourites video. Before I get started with today's video, I wanted to quickly introduce myself. So hello, my name is Patricia and I upload fashion, style, beauty and lifestyle content from my home in London. So if you'd like to see more from me and you want to stay up to date with my upcoming uploads, then please do subscribe to my channel. It's completely free to subscribe, and what it means is that my new videos will make it into your subscription box weekly so that you can stay up to date with my upcoming uploads. In this video, I'll be sharing some beauty favorites, fashion favorites, and also some home and lifestyle favorites as well. So a real mix of all the things I have been loving most recently. Starting with my beauty favorites, first up, something that I am wearing at the moment. This is the Sculpted by Amy Line and Shine Lip Liner and Lip Gloss Duo. I hate to admit it, but it's the first time I've read this. I just thought this was a liner, and what I was suggesting as my favourite was this liner. It's incredible. This is in the shade Blush. It's literally just what I'm wearing on my lips at the moment, literally just a liner, and I think it's so beautiful. But in reading that, this also has a lip gloss, and it must be on the other end. I don't know why I've never read that. I've never used the lip gloss. I actually thought it would be a tinted lip gloss, to be fair. It's not. It's just a clear gloss. Genuinely, I feel so silly including this in the favourites and I didn't even know it had a lip gloss, but I genuinely didn't. However, the Blush lip liner I absolutely adore. I just think it's such a beautiful colour. It's sort of like it's got a purpley tint to it, and I do like lip products with that sort of muted purple undertone. I just think it's a colour that suits me. So I really have been loving this, and I guess I'll start to use the gloss now as well. Second is another lip product, and it's actually, I think this is such a cult product right now. This is the Clarins lip oil. I have this in my handbag at all times, and essentially if I ever forget a lip product, because believe it or not, I do forget to do my lips when I've done my whole makeup. I always leave my lips to last, and sometimes I just forget. So I always have a lip oil in my handbag, and even on no makeup days, I think it's really quite nice to just apply the lip oil all over. I mean, I would apply it now, but I've just put on that gloss, so I don't really think the two will mesh so well together. But this is the second one of the Clarins lip oils that I use. I do have a third, but it's quite a dark colour, and I find it a little bit harder to wear as just like in my handbag, because it definitely has a like stronger colour payoff. But this one is just kind of like a Your Lips But Better, which I love. Next up on the makeup front, this is from No. 7 and it's their Skin Illuminator Liquid Highlighter. I do believe this comes in one shade only. I actually did some paid work with No. 7 a few months ago, and that's when I discovered this product, and I have genuinely been wearing it ever since. I love it. I wear this all over and I just apply it as like an all over glow, and that's what I love about this product. I don't think it's too shimmery, or you know, it doesn't have that liquid highlighter effect. It just looks like a really healthy, radiant glow to your skin. So it looks great under any base products, under your makeup, but equally on its own, and that's how I've been wearing it mostly. I literally just apply this, a bit of concealer, and good to go in terms of my base. I have been loving this. Onto a hair product next. I do believe I've spoken about this range before actually, but this is the Charles Worthington Thicker and Fuller Texture Spray. I love this. I think it's such a good finishing product. So typically I will use this if I curl my hair, for example, and I want to give it a little more texture and a little more volume. This is so good at doing that for me. It's a really fine mist, so applies so easily, and it also has, I believe it's shampoo, conditioner and a thickening mist as well in this collection, which I do also have. But I would say out of the thickening mist and this thickening texture spray, I much prefer the texture spray, but it's a really good all-rounder and I've really been loving reaching for this recently. And lastly, for the beauty favorites, this is from Champneys. If you watched my last video, then you'll know that recently Andre and I stayed at a Champneys spa and we were very kindly gifted a goodie bag with lots of products, and this has been the standout for us. This went straight into our bathroom and we have been using it ever since. We got 2 of these, so one is, I mean, nearly finished, but this is the Bubble Heaven Calm range from Champagny Spa. So good, it smells incredible and it just gives off really great bubbles. I can't tell you how often I get, had to give it a whiff. I can't tell you how often I get bubble baths that really just don't, like the bubbles aren't quite it, you know, they're just not, it's just not bubbly enough. But this I think is fantastic. We've really been enjoying using it anyway. This is also a 500ml bottle, which I think is very generous because sometimes bubble baths, again, they just don't have enough product in there. So this one definitely does. It smells incredible and the bubbles are great. Moving on to the fashion favorites next. I feel like I've moved away from fashion and styling content here on my channel, and I really am desperate to get back into it, but admittedly things have just been a little bit different for me over the past few months, so I've not really been experimenting too much with fashion and style or even dipping into trends as much as I probably once used to. So my fashion favorites, I would say, are quite like basic items, and not basic in a negative way. I just feel like they're a bit more, you know, day-to-day favorites, that kind of thing, as opposed to real trend-led pieces. But first up, I have been obsessing over this little cami top. This really is actually a basic item in my wardrobe, but the reason why I particularly love this one is because of the contrast piping. I just think this looks so chic. It makes it look so much more expensive. This is just from ASOS and it's ASOS own brand, so really inexpensive. They do this in a few other colors, but I went for the navy. I'm really into navy at the moment. I just think it's a bit of an upgrade from like an all black outfit. There's something about a navy outfit and a navy top like this that I just think looks so chic and so effortless. Like I said, it's got the contrast stitching or the contrast piping in white, which I think looks super nice. This on holiday I think is going to look incredible with a tan because it's really going to help that tan pop. And it's a slight square neck detail, slightly curved square neck, I'd say. And if you've ever seen any video on my channel before, I'm sure you know just how much I love a square neck, so I find this a really flattering neckline as well. Such a good inexpensive basic that I think looks so much more expensive. Followed by a pair of trainers. I have to admit, I've never been a huge trainer lover. I'm not necessarily one to go for the latest models or the latest styles, but if you are active on social media, Instagram, TikTok, literally anywhere, if you follow the fashion girlies, you'll know that everybody has been obsessed over the Adidas trainers, and it really got me into the whole Adidas hype, and I knew I wanted a colour if I was going to go for a trainer, and red is just, in my opinion, one of the best colours to add into your wardrobe, particularly if you have quite a neutral kind of wardrobe. I just think a pop of red always looks so good and so expensive. So luckily I found myself a pair of red Adidas trainers because, believe it or not, it's been really hard to find. They have been in and out of stock so much. I do think I was somewhat late to this trend though, so I think that's why I struggled a bit with buying them. And I did also wonder whether buying them was even a good idea, because I thought I don't wear trainers that often, and will a pair of red trainers really be that versatile in my wardrobe? The answer is yes, because I love these. I genuinely wear them almost every day that I leave the house. I think they make every outfit look so much more expensive, and like I tried harder than I did try. Even if I'm wearing, for example, an all black outfit, a pop of red on the shoe just looks so good. So these are the Adidas Gazelle trainers. These actually weren't the ones that I originally wanted. I originally wanted them in Power Red, I think it's called. I will leave it linked in the description box down below just so that it's the exact one. But I love these. I really want to wear them in the summer months as well, with like kind of 3/4 length socks and things. I've seen loads of people style them in that way, and I would really love to, but they're so beautiful. They are suede, and as I said, I've been wearing them so much. I find them to be so versatile, and if you're more of a like casual, relaxed style of fashion, then I think you will love these. And I definitely wouldn't sleep on a pair of coloured trainers. They are surprisingly versatile. Next up, a crop bomber jacket. Now this isn't at all new to me because I actually got this particular jacket last year, so I believe it was springtime last year. It's from River Island, and this is sort of like a boucle effect bomber jacket. It's slightly cropped, but it's got more of that like oversized look and feel to it. I got this in a size 8 because I find that these are oversized enough, and I had actually previously got this in a 10, but I do think that just for me and my style, a 10 is a little too oversized, particularly because I'm not wearing this over jumpers. I'm mostly wearing this over like vest tops and just thinner knits and things. So yeah, my usual size in this, but I just love this. In fact, I love this so much that I also got it in black. So the white colour I've had for a year, as I said, and then the black, this is essentially identical in style. It's just a plain material as opposed to the boucle effect. Again, I got this in a size 8, and I got this one this year. I don't know if you can see it on camera. In my viewfinder, it's looking so dark, like you can't even see it. It's not even showing up. But anyway, it's the exact same style as my white one is, and I just love them. They're so versatile, easy to mix and match these. They look so good with loads of different outfits, and these are just staples in my wardrobe, particularly for spring. And lastly, for my fashion favorites, here is another case of I loved it so much I got it in 2 colors, but this time just for a pair of leggings. And I feel like leggings seem like such a basic piece to have in your wardrobe, but honestly, finding a good pair of leggings is essential because I personally wear mine so much. I wear them around the house, I wear them to go for walks and just things like that. They were really great whilst we were renovating our home as well because they were just so easy to throw on all the time, and I find them to be really quite comfortable. So these are from another version, and I have the black and also the like navy blue kind of colour. And I really love these. I think in terms of price points, they have a great price point. They wash incredibly well, which is always good with leggings because sometimes I do find the more you wash them, they sort of lose their elasticity, but absolutely not with these. They are mega high-waisted. I think they look super flattering on, and I just really like these. And because I have been wearing them so much, I felt like I had to include them in my favorites because if we're talking about the items that I wear the most in my wardrobe, these are definitely up there. And lastly, onto some home and lifestyle items that I have been loving recently. Before I forget, I want to mention the cushions because I absolutely love these striped cushions. These I got for Christmas and they were just on my wish list. I knew I loved them, and they're from Marks and Spencer. They're still available now, which is fantastic because I feel like there's nothing worse than buying something like in December, for example, and then 6 months later they're gone. These are still available, which makes me so happy. They're available in a variety of different colors, but this green color, you'll see actually with the rest of the items that I want to show you, is quite prominent in my house and like in my style at the moment. I just really love this shade of green. I think it's really pretty. But these cushions live on our bed like this. Hope I've not ruined that, but they live on our bed like this, and I just think they add a little more interest to the room. I actually wonder, once we get our sofa downstairs, if these will move downstairs to our sofa. But that's what I love about these cushions. I think they're really versatile. They look lovely in a bedroom, in my opinion, and equally I think they'll look just as nice in our living room on the sofa. I think they're that little bit different. They've got the ruffle detail, they're a stripe, which I think is really classic, and then of course this beautiful shade of green, which I have been loving at the moment. So those definitely favourites. Another favourite on social media, the cabbage bowls. I've loved these for years, and since obviously buying our house, I've been just obsessed, and I genuinely just want to have cupboards filled with gorgeous like crockery and things. But the cabbage bowl was definitely up there as something I really wanted in my house, notably because the brand is actually a Portuguese brand. So it's a brand called Bordalo Pinheiro. You can get it on John Lewis and I think like Oliver Bonus and places like that. And it just, I really like it. For those of you that don't know, my parents are Portuguese, so therefore I'm Portuguese, and that just I feel like I have a stronger affinity to the brand because it's also a Portuguese brand, so that makes me love it even more. This is the largest size cabbage bowl, which I believe is 40 centimeters, and then I also have like the medium one, which stacks really nicely in here, but again, both of those are great. And I also have the mini. This is so cute to just like put on the coffee table with like some nuts or chocolates or something like that, but really cute, just like the set of stacking bowls, the Bordalo Pinheiro cabbage bowls. Wanted these forever, and I'm very happy to have them. They make me so happy every time I set them on the table, whether it be with like a salad or just even some crisps. Like, it just makes me happy to have these, and I think they work really well if you're hosting and things as well. I think it's always nice to have interesting crockery, and the cabbage bowls are classics. Next up, I have a whole plant here. This is a Monstera plant. I got this from Lidl, and actually the majority of my houseplants have been from Lidl, and I think they're great. They're affordable prices and they seem to do quite well. This one's got a new leaf popping up, which I'm very happy about, but that's not my favorite. My favorite is actually meant to be this little pot that I recently picked up from H&M. Again, it's that green color, which I've told you I love. You're gonna think my whole house is green at this point, but I just really loved this. It's a very pretty little scalloped detail pot, and I just thought it looked so cute. It's obviously housing my Monstera at the moment. I didn't want to take out the plant because I didn't want to, like, I don't know, I'm just always a bit scared about touching my plants in case they freak out. But this is such a beautiful pot. It comes in this green color and also a sort of like beige slash cream color, slightly more neutral, but as you know, I've been loving the greens in my household, so this is what we went for in the end, and I just think it's a nice little addition to the plant family. I have quite a lot of plants in my dining room, and they seem to be like thriving, loving life there. So buying little pots and different plant pots and things to put in my houseplants has become a new favourite of mine. And last but by no means least, we have a game. This is Quirkle, and we've just really been enjoying this all over again. We got this maybe last year at the charity shop. It was £2.50, so a very good bargain, but we love this game. We've been playing it in the evenings. It's something different to do than just like sitting in front of the TV, for example. And one of the reasons I love this game is because it's great for just 2 players, but equally you can add more and more players. So it's a great one to have, as you don't need a huge amount of players to play this game. It's quite a fun one as well. It just involves colours and shapes, so you don't really have to do any thinking or maths or spelling or anything like that. It's just a fun game to have. We've really been enjoying it, and I wanted to include it. And there you have it, some of my current favourites across fashion, beauty and home. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm really hoping to be back into the swing of things with my channel. I know I keep saying this at this point. I feel like I sound like a bit of a broken record, but I'm really trying to get back into the swing of things. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and hopefully I will be back to posting regularly on my channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new around here, and I will see you next week with a brand new video. A big thank you for watching. Bye!